Hey, everybody. Welcome to the final session of the year for us. This is the Christmas special, which may not get to you by Christmas, but hey, think of it as an after Christmas present. So you can see Justin's wearing his tacky shirt while I'm wearing a much, I don't know, better, sexy, kangaroo-y shirt. Look at that. Justin, see kangaroos, see? Anyways, so this is the
I gotta
last
be honest with
one,
you, Tim. There's
Justin.
nothing sexy
Uh,
about you, son. Huh?
it, That's okay. I can accept that. I'm an old man now. I'm fat and over 50, but that's fat with a PH. My wife loves that.
Well, you still have more hair than I do, Tim. So there you
Oh, well, guys, it's been a big year, man. It's why we're a bit late getting this one out to you. But again, think of it as down here, we'd call it a Boxing Day special. Okay, not a Christmas Day special.
go. There
Um,
you go.
but we're kind of just in this session, we're kind of going to review what we've talked about this year. We've got heaps more to talk about next year, and we'll go into probably more detailed and more specifics on things. But we've got the MRO flow that Justin's got if he puts it in presentation mode. So, it's hard to get good help around here. But so the MRO flow, the
Well,
more
I'm
we
working on it, big dog.
I know. So the more we go through and talk about this process, we call it forging foundations or forging the foundations, and it's so important. And we start with that demand signal. Nothing happens downstream unless you have a demand signal. So if you're free text and everything, well, you don't have an MRL supply chain. You just are chasing purchases. So that demand signal and using if you're on SAP, it doesn't matter which ERP system you're using, but that I can't talk about how important it is. There's two things in here that I think that are need to be mentioned that are critically important. One is that demand signal, and the quality makes all the difference. Two, stock accuracy. Everybody hates counting stock, but if the business can't trust what you have in the warehouse, you're lost. So you've got you have to focus on stock accuracy. That warehouse is about control. So making sure that the system is correct versus what you have in the warehouse matches what you have in your system, because all your maintenance PM is working off of that. And that's kind of, you could say that's that check inventory bit there. If you have stock or if you don't have stock, then we go into the source and procure, and we try to get you guys to use the automation steps on that. Is a lot of what we do should be automated. And like again, we talk a lot about SAP because we're very much SAP guys. Um, but yeah, so source and procure, automate it. Receive. Now we're getting into the warehouse. Receiving. Um, I can't see what's under that because I've got my little picture there, but receiving, is that kitting? Is that put? It's put away,
Yeah,
I
just
think,
to
isn't
see
it,
those parts.
Justin? Yeah,
Yeah,
receive the
kitting
next one. I
next.
can't see
Yep,
it.
that's right. Kitting next.
Yeah, yeah, kitting. So
Kit.
that's a big one. A lot of places don't kit, and that's actually a pretty simple process, and that's all about the demand signal, the reservations, and then issuing and then returning. Returning is probably another one of the biggest weaknesses that we see. Most don't return, or if they do, it's at the end of the year, and it's like the Christmas give back at the end of the financial year. But this, we'll go.
Yeah, what a gift.
We'll, yeah, oh man. I think we got lots of examples of the different gifts and people bringing stuff back that's been buried in mud for 3 months and say, "Here it is. I don't need it. You can have it back. Give me my money." But
Oh,
this,
gee, thanks.
yeah. Hey, great, nice. Where's the bin? Along
That's a
with a lot of
garbage
things
can
like we
for you
talk. I
non-Australians.
know. Yeah, so it's a garbage pan. Yeah, it's the bin, the rubbish bin.
Man.
Oh man. So and next is MRP. We talk a lot about MRP. It's amazing. One thing that's because I'm an American, but I've been living in Australia and New Zealand, and I lived a little time in Europe. I've been away from America for so long. It shocked me to find out how few people know what MRP is and how to use it, which blew me away because with our world of MRP, it's very simple. It's not even really an MRP, it's a calculator. I mean, it's not full-blown MRP like they use in production, but it's the program used just to monitor your mins and maxes or your reorder points and reorder quantities. It blows me away because that is a huge opportunity for a lot of companies. I mean, isn't that what you did? I mean, how long ago, when did you find out about MRP?
We Tim, we talk a lot about Christmas gifts, right? Like that's this whole series to me. If I would have had this MRO flow podcast, and if I'd have had just that basic understanding of how an
Yeah, that
ERP is
one
designed and it
nugget.
wants to work, what a gift! Oh, what a gift it would
Mm,
have been. And and I
yep.
think you make a really good point, right? We talk a lot about just how people don't understand what it is. And I didn't understand, to your
Yeah.
point. And I remember I was sitting in a conference and there was a guy up there and he was talking about MRP and I didn't even know what it was. Right. And,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't know. And he was showing some stuff on the screen, in standard SAP. He was
Yep.
showing MRP exceptions and I could not believe that was in our SAP solution, or that's what I was running at the time.
Yeah.
So
Did,
that
did
to
you jump right
me,
in and start doing it,
that's the
going like, "Oh, let
biggest
me have a
gift
look
of
at
them
this"?
all. Yeah, I did, and I went back. I ran. I couldn't eat lunch because I was sick to my stomach. I couldn't believe it was there. And I ran back to my hotel room and I started running the transactions. Thank goodness that I had access to them, right? So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and I realized, holy moly, like we've missed it. We've missed the mark right then and there. That's when I missed it. When I realized it, and
Yep.
and so I thought my Christmas gift to everybody would be to share what they're missing. And Tim, I talk to guys all the time over here, and I open their solution. I'm not talking about like digging around and configuring stuff.
Yeah.
We open their solution, we run a few transactions, and they're like, I cannot believe, they have the same response I did. And let me tell you,
Yeah.
man, like it
That's fun.
changed my career path.
Yeah.
It really did. And we where I used to work, um, we brought people over, and made them junior buyers because we could show the value to our leadership team. We had some admin people that were doing just the labor intensive goods receipts and service
Yep.
entry sheet, just stuff that the system can handle for us if you have a process. And we turned them
Yeah.
into junior category managers. And then when we taught them to manage by MRP exception, and let me share that screen with you there. And this is just, you guys don't take my word for it. Go to help.sap.com. Just go out and look. Um, when we taught them to manage their day by these MRP exceptions and taught them to prioritize their work, like we need to look at
Yeah.
reservations first. We want to look at all the stuff in our queue tied to work.
Yep.
Anything on a work order, I need to make sure that I don't have an open requisition for that because that's the top of my list. And then I look at exception group twos, and then I look at threes, right? Because threes or twos are, I'm within the lead time of my material master. Threes, I've
Yep.
got a late delivery and I've got work tied to it. Essentially, is what it is, or a safety stop. And then I look at
Yep.
7 10s and 30s. And 7 10s mean,
Oh,
hey, in the future, you're going to be late. You better jump on it. And when you get to this point, people start believing in you. And to your point earlier, I've got stock accuracy. I can trust my warehouse. And now I know my procurement guys and my supply chain team is looking out for me and they're getting ahead of it. And they're
yeah.
telling me when I'm going to have
Yeah.
problems and they're asking me if it's okay to be late or to expedite or to find another source.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you,
Yep.
I
Spot on.
have seen people learn this skill. Tim, I've seen them learn it
Yep.
and it has changed their career path. I've seen
Oh,
zeros added to the end of their salaries. I've seen people find joyful, meaningful work. Like they
yeah.
love it
Spot on.
because they're part of a
Now,
solution and they're
yeah.
right. It's the best Christmas gift on the planet. So I
Well, and
couldn't
we
think of a
got we've
better
got to.
thing to
I
share,
think we got
right?
to. Yep, we've got to case this with the people that are on SAP are going to be thinking, "Hey, but these things are going away," and SAP is trying to move everybody to MRP Live because I think, sadly, not enough people use this transaction MD06 and MD07 to find all these, and that's the
That's right.
sad thing. I think there's finally getting some momentum, and now they're going to rip it away. You can still do it. MRP Live is quicker; it works up in Fiori level, and you create what's called situations to monitor things. But I just worry that's going to be a little bit too difficult for the average indirect business. So we're going to continue to push them, at least understand the concept of them. They focus your efforts
That's right.
on the things that matter, and like looking for, like Justin showed me when, I was doing this, I've been doing this for a long time, looking at these and measuring, monitoring exceptions for the last 20 years. And then Justin showed me, he looked at it from a different perspective where he's looking at it from, show me where my reservations are. I want to know where my work is. Instead of just a stock replenishment, yeah, that's great because it's probably reservation buried in there. First, show me the reservation because I need to satisfy that need first. Then I can worry about, hey, canceling excess orders and moving stuff forward and expediting first that reservation because that's only a handful. And I make maintenance, the operations happy because, like, man, these guys are all over it. That's all I need to know. So that's one thing. Thanks.
That's it, man. So I'm telling you, I could not think of a better thing for people to learn on both all sides, the maintenance side, the supply chain side, the procurement side, the planning side, right? Even the finance side. Like this
So Justin,
drives
think of
everything.
us
And
as Santa in the
once
bags.
you learn
The
it,
bags in
yeah,
the back are all those exceptions. Those are the
yeah,
presents in the back.
the exceptions.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. And guys, like, if you guys want to talk about this stuff, give us a shout.
Yeah.
We go on and on and on. We're 11 and a half minutes into this thing. So
Oh man,
our podcast team is probably going to murder us, all the editing they're going to have to do on this,
it's
but
Christmas. Tell them we
forget it,
gave him a
man.
big one for
This is
Christmas.
Christmas. That's right. So that's right. So guys, we hope you have,
uh,
whether you're across the globe over there in that hot sun where Tim is, or you're freezing your
yeah.
tail off where I'm at in
One of
North
our
America,
45
we hope you
million
guys have
listeners, watchers.
that's, yeah.
All
We
right.
hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and we feel blessed to just be here and spend this time with you guys. And we just love
Yeah,
what we
it's
do.
fun. Thanks
And
for
just hope,
watching.
yeah, we appreciate you guys. So yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
listening, guys. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And, remember to look out for people around you. You check in on
Yep.
folks that are alone this time of year and,
Especially this time of year. Yep.
just remember it's all about, that's it. It's all about rising people up around you, and just sharing joy and love with everybody. So appreciate y'all, and you guys have a good one. Tim, you got anything else?
Nope. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, everybody. And we will see you on the other side.